we're going to replace the air filter on a motorcycle using a high flow filter. Okay, the first step is to remove the seat. And then we're going to want to take a minute trying to figure out where the air filter is. This motorcycle has a cross flow head, so the carburetor is here and the exhaust is here. This means that the air travels through the engine in one direction, it doesn't come back out. This is generally done for space restrictions. So on a motorcycle there isn't a lot of real estate to have the exhaust come out the same side as the carburetor, and aesthetically it looks better as well, having the pipes on the front. So in this case, since the carburetor is over here, you know that the air filter will be feeding the carburetor, so the air filter will be in the body of the I personally like the cross flow head. In some engine designs you'll have the exhaust coming out underneath the carburetor. So if you have your carburetor overflow, it's possible to have gas pour onto the hot exhaust and create a fire. I remember as a kid, my mom's car had this exact same thing happen, but because she's a smart lady, she's able to pull over and convince someone she wasn't crazy and get a bucket of water to put out the fire. But on a motorcycle, similar situation, if you have the exhaust coming out underneath the carburetor, you could end up with a fire between your legs, which isn't ideal. But with this cross flow head, if you have a leaking carburetor, it has a long way to go before it hits something hot enough that it can ignite. Having deduced that the air filter is probably underneath this cover, we'll remove it. First we'll take off this fastener, which is a JIS in Japanese Industrial Standard. It looks like a Phillips, but it's not. It's greater risk of damaging the head of Japanese Industrial Standard fastener using a Phillips, because it's not quite the same shape. And then we'll pull off the cover, being gentle. Okay, so there's a pin here that we pull out, and then on the bottom there was a pin upwards that we slid up. Now depending on your motorcycle it'll be different, but in this particular case, one screw, one pin, and another pin there. Now we're going to remove the air filter, 4 fasteners. Again, that's Japanese Industrial Standard, so the Phillips was designed to pop out once the fastener's been torqued enough, but that's problematic because if the fastener gets seized in place over time, if you go to unfasten it, it's very difficult without damaging the head. Okay, and here's the air filter. So the air filter looks clean, but this is actually the filtered side. The air intake is in here, and I don't particularly care for the style of air filter because you don't know when it's dirty. So your only option is to replace the air filter when your maintenance manual says it's time, but you have no way of telling. It's impossible to see inside because this cover is attached and you can't remove it. Okay, here's the new air filter. It's a high flow Filtro. I've used these before, they're alright. This filter is for a slightly different Suzuki. But what I like about it is the whole pattern's the same, but it doesn't have the restrictor over the front, so you can actually see inside to see how dirty the air filter is. Only problem with this air filter is that the flange is thinner than the original one. So what we'll have to do is make up space. And so what I got was a set of washers that I bought from the hardware store. These are slightly thick washers, so they'll make good spacers. So what we'll do is we'll put the washers underneath the fastener, through the air filter flange, and that'll make up the space difference and allow the air filter to seat nicely. This is a good opportunity to talk about the exhaust gas recirculation. So right here, crankcase vapors from the crankcase are fed back into the airbox where they're reburnt, which is a nice thing for a rider because you don't get the smell of the crankcase gases when you're just idling at a stoplight. The only problem is there is a little bit of blow-by that comes through here, and it'll enter the airbox. And in the airbox there's a drain at the bottom, but there's a plug at the bottom of the drain to keep it from messing up your driveway. So you can usually, it's a good idea to empty that tube when you're doing an oil change. But if you're thinking about it at this time, you can drain this tube when you're doing the air filter change. And there's just a little plug on the bottom of this tube that you'll see on the bottom of the bike. It's just a rubber tube with a plastic plug, and you just pull it out and just put a tray underneath to collect the collected oils and stuff that came out of the crankcase exhaust gas recirculation tube. We can also have a look inside the airbox to see if there's any fluid built up, but generally speaking, if that drain is emptied regularly, like with oil changes, then you won't have it back up into the airbox. But that's where it would accumulate in the tube first, and if it was really backed up, you'd notice fluid in the bottom of the airbox, and that would definitely be the time you'd want to drain the airbox drain. But don't leave the plug out, because it will leak onto the ground underneath the motorcycle. Now we're going to install the new air filter. So we'll put it in place. There's an arrow at the top, and there'll either be an arrow or a notch on the new filter to show the top. However, in this case, this filter doesn't appear to have anything different about the top or bottom except for that notch. That's fine. So we're going to install our fasteners with the two spacers to make up the difference for the Okay, now we have all the fasteners tightened. We'll just make sure that we do final torque and cross pattern. And again, using the JIS screwdriver on the JIS fasteners. And there we go. Air filter is installed. And now we'll just put the cover back on. So again, start with the pin at the bottom. And then push this pin on at the top. And in this case, this motorcycle has a strap for the seat release. And we'll put this fastener back in. And then lastly, we'll reinstall the seat. Alright, that's job done.